Want to note for our C-SPAN viewers, a new book out, First Ladies, Presidential Historians on the Lives of 45 Iconic American Women. It's by our very own Susan Swain and many of the folks here at C-SPAN who helped with that book. For more on the book and what it's about, we're joined by book editor Benjamin Adams. And Mr. Adams, thanks for joining us on the phone here. I want to talk about the book itself. What's the concept behind the book and what makes it different from other First Ladies books?
Well, good morning. Thanks for having me on. This book is my second collaboration with C-SPAN. It's more than the second that Public Affairs has done. Susan would know better just how many it's been, but a long and prosperous partnership. And I think what we were all trying to achieve with this book was to really capture the whole sort of other half of presidential history. And the stories of the First Ladies have been told in some measure before, but I think what really sets this one apart is a pretty extraordinary collection of voices. So you had, probably the largest group of historians ever assembled on this topic. Richard Norton Smith, of course, was one of the sort of progenitors of the project, and Michael Beschloss, Elida Black, and then a large group of journalists, some name brand people like Buckley Roberts and Gail Sheehy and David Marinus as well. So a really extraordinary group contributing something to our history here.
And of course, this book coming after C-SPAN's year-long history series, First Ladies, Influence and Image. Can you talk about how the book was put together, how you turned sort of transcripts into chapters in this book?
I should say it's really the royal we. I can't claim nearly all the credit for that. C-SPAN was really on the front lines of figuring out how to put the whole thing together, but they pored meticulously over these transcripts, and I think what they achieved was to bring in all the voices that were featured on the TV program, but to do so in a way that created kind of little morsels of narrative, and they did that by looking over the transcripts very carefully, pulling out the most interesting and salient parts, and really trying to be faithful to those voices at the same time as building a story.
And as we said, Benjamin Adams, the book editor, our very own Susan Swain, the co-president and co-CEO here at C-SPAN, helping to put together this book along with a lot of folks here at C-SPAN. Benjamin Adams, before you go, this book discusses a lot of the First Ladies. Was there any less famous First Lady that was particularly intriguing to you?
I had two favorites. One was, I think the fame of the First Ladies tends to follow the fame of their husbands. You know, the ones that we remember: Eleanor Roosevelt, Martha Washington, Jackie Kennedy. You know, a lot of it was sort of. It seems the historical view was to ride the coattails of the president, but of course that's a very unfaithful view of just how extraordinary some of these women were. So one of my favorites was Frances Cleveland, who was a celebrity and kind of a fashion icon, even though she's forgotten today. And then, of course, I'm a big Red Sox fan, so I love Grace Coolidge, her eccentricities and her love for the Red Sox.
And if you want to read more about all the First Ladies, the book is First Ladies, Presidential Historians on the Lives of 45 Iconic American Women. Benjamin Adams is the book editor. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thanks for having me on.